Welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. We're on the planet Nepheron. We're in the Columbia system of the Voyager cluster. This is a follow-up assignment to UNC Cerberus. We obtained access to this cluster, to this system, by taking out the Cerberus facilities there on Bintu. And now we have the assignment called Hades' Dog. So presumably we are approaching Cerberus headquarters here. In fact, there won't be any research being done here, so we aren't going to see any different alien species involved here. So, anyway, we're going to scoop up some ore, of course, and I can already see it on the radar. There's also some debris. Here's the facility and an anomaly. And although it's not obvious, there's a circular structure here. So, yeah, there's the Thresher on the planet too. It's been a while since we've seen one of those. Very bright deposit of thorium. Alright, there's another ore kind of tucked up in here. Smallish mound of platinum.
Heads up!
You get it, Miss Tolly.
Clear.
Alright, there's another ore somewhere along the path to the debris here.
I'm on my way.
And a bright deposit of beryllium. Is there any danger in somebody possibly mistaking their beryllium deposit for thorium? I imagine that those are not. Even if they look the same, they're not exactly. They're not at all the same, probably. Anyway, move on to the debris next. It's a crash probe. Alright, so up next is the underground facility. If you approach this from the north, there's a kind of a secret passage. You can kind of sneak your way in there and get up close. But we're just going to cascade ourselves off the mountain. I mean, you might think that the element of surprise is something you can take advantage of in this game, but it's not really true. And the problem is that the enemies, when they spawn, they're already got their guns out and drawn, so they're basically ready to go. Alright, there's the facility. I think there's 4 enemies on the outside. And the nice thing about the outside fight is that they don't just all rush to you. You can kind of take them out one at a time, using the building as a shield. Of course, they are sniping, aren't they?
Moving out. Enemy is everywhere! Go, go!
Oh, hell.
Go, go, go!
That was a lot of XP we just got. Is that because this one over here died too? I'm assuming so.
You must die. Die. Look out!
Can't even reach that high. Yeah, all clear. Is that a death? I didn't actually watch my XP counter. It is possible someone with immunity would have that, could survive that actually. I don't see the red triangle, so I'm going to assume that it really wasn't all clear. Let's jump into Mako just to be sure. The Mako has a radar range that's much better than my heart suit. Yeah, looks like we are all set there, aren't we? Nice. Alright, so I don't have any real general strategy here on the inside. There's no shield. The layout of this pillar right here in front gives them a pretty good spot to flank you one side or the other. Generally speaking, they don't just rush you though, which is somewhat handy. I should put my squad mates out here. I'm not sure they'll even be able to get there. Maybe they can. Cool. There we go, that's what I was waiting for.
Locked and loaded.
All targets down.
I guess one thing you can say is that when you're using high explosive rounds on your squad mates, the fight can go just about anywhere. I mean, he was right over there. And then all of a sudden he was right over there. That's he was catapulted by those rounds. So actually parking your squad mates doesn't seem like that useful. Maybe I should try to use attack more. That way they would just chase after squad bad guys. Maybe that would be effective. Anyway, all the loot of this facility is right in here. Nothing too exciting. We're still getting rank 8 gear, but that should change. We did level up. Oh, level 49. So we should now be getting the rank 9 stuff. After, well, I mean, once we are in a place where loot can spawn into place. This rank A gear was already here when we arrived, so anyway, we're going to get the 40 points of healing from Miss Tolly. We also gave Garrus Master Sabotage just then, and I'm 1 point away from Master Damping. We found an open terminal. You cautiously press a few buttons and an alarm chimes. The optical database is flashing itself. Quickly, you copy as many files as you can to your hardsuit's internal computer. Its memory wiped, the computer shuts down. The files are sure to be encrypted, but you've got time to crack them. Yeah, we don't even get a peek at this. I mean, we don't get any answers to our questions, like why were they building a super soldier? Are they pro-human or are they anti-specific aliens? Right? I mean, Novaria suggested that they were working towards specific alien, again, anti-alien measures, and then trying to expand it to be more inclusive, per se. But yeah, we don't know anything. I mean, the journal here is going to tell us that the assignment's done. You found a major Cerberus base and ended their sinister experiments in this cluster, avenging Admiral Kahoku's death and removing a danger that could have threatened the entire galaxy. I mean, it strikes me that that's a little overplayed, possibly, because we really don't know. I mean, is it a threat for the entire galaxy, or could it have been a big benefit for some? We just don't know. We haven't opened these files yet, I guess. And unfortunately, I don't think we do learn much more. I mean, we'll see. Cerberus has been involved in other things, but anything new, I don't think we're going to pick up from here, which is kind of too bad. Alright, the thing that's fascinating to me is that Cerberus is entirely optional in this game. I mean, it's possible to play the game fully, I mean, on the, doing the full story missions, and never ever hear the name Cerberus come up at all.
Got it.
We found a mummified Salarian. ID tag. This Cerberus soldier had an identification tag for Captain Varsinth, one of the Salarian soldiers responsible for capturing the Legal One. It's unclear how he came into possession of this relic. So, I just said we're going to learn anything new about Cerberus, but I think we just did. We learned that this Salarian was a Cerberus soldier, and we don't know what would have drawn him to it. I mean, Cerberus is, prior alliance, right? A former alliance group. Not so sure how many Salarians are in the alliance. My guess is he was picked up after the Cerberus went rogue, right? But what was the appeal to him? Apparently, he knew more about them than we did, and that's kind of annoying because, how did he learn this stuff, and how come I can't? Anyway, this is the Thresher Maw, is all that's left. Time to drop another save. Not sure that the high explosive round is going to do much good here. Are my squad mates even seeing this guy? Come on, Miss Tolly. Well, one thing we've learned is 500 percent extra force does not have any impact on the thresher ball. Not that I'm surprised by that. Yeah, so they're quite unlike other organic enemies. They're completely immune to neural shock, any amount of weapons force you throw at them. But yeah, they're also the size of a 3-story building, right? So alright. Pick up any gifts? We did pick up some gifts from the fighting. And nothing too exciting. Alright, and that should do it for this place. So let's head back. Now, lest you think that Cerberus is completely done here in this game, there's just one more thing, and it's right here at the map.
Transmission coming in, Commander. I think you're going to want to hear this one.
Greetings, Commander Shepard. I represent a party interested in obtaining information on Cerberus activities.
If you know something about Cerberus, you'd better tell me.
I suspect I know less about Cerberus than you do. I am merely an agent for the Shadow Broker. You see, Admiral Kahoku contacted my employer looking for information on the location of any Cerberus facilities. We provided that information on the promise that he would turn over copies of all files gathered from the Cerberus systems to us.
Did you have anything to do with Admiral Kahoku ending up dead?
We had no reason to harm him. He was going to provide us with information about Cerberus. Information that is now in your possession.
You must have some connection to Cerberus. How else could you tell Kahoku where to find them?
Information is our business, Commander. Through our contacts, we were able to determine that the Cerberus group was active in the Voyager cluster. Unfortunately, that was all we were able to find out. That is why we are so interested in acquiring copies of the files from you.
These are classified Alliance files. I'm not handing them over to you.
Be reasonable, Commander. Cerberus was operating outside Alliance jurisdiction. You don't owe them any loyalty. The Alliance is just going to file this information away in some archive. But no secret stays hidden forever. Eventually, someone somewhere will deliver it into our hands. Might as well be you. Transmit the files to us and you will be well compensated.
It's curious that he thinks that I'm withholding this information because I owe them some kind of loyalty, Cerberus. We know that they're ex-Alliance, Rogue. And the thing is, we don't know is are they, still working for us in a sense, or are they working against us? Until we know that, there's really no reason to have a strong feeling toward them. So that they don't rise yet to the level of the Batarians. With respect to how Daniel feels here, but still, this guy wouldn't even tell us who he is. He's just saying, I'm an agent for the Shadow Broker. We don't know anything about this guy. So, whereas Anya was willing to share this information, she kind of needed the renegade. Daniel doesn't.
What are you going to do with this information?
Information is a commodity. It can be bought, sold, or traded. Why my employer desires this information is not my concern. I am only the buyer.
So I don't trust him. So, and it doesn't matter which one of these pick. You get 8 Paragon points for withholding the information.
My loyalty is to the Alliance, not the Shadow Broker.
That is unfortunate, Commander. My employer will remember this the next time you need something from us.
I don't know if that ever comes into play or not, the fact that they're going to remember my decision here. But now at least I have one Shepard who's given the files and one that's withheld, so I can see both sides of that. Alright, so I'm stepping out of the map real quick because we did level up. I want to check out the store. Alright, kind of a wasted trip down there because there was nothing in the store. A lot of rank 10 gear, but yeah, nothing I needed. Anyway, alright, that should wrap up the Voyager cluster. Alright, and that means we have now done all of the clusters that lead us towards Attic and Beta. So we are drawing ever nearer to Pharos. There is another system in here. Pharos is in Theseus, but we're going to start here in Hercules.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Normandy, this is Alliance Command. We're detecting your presence in the Attic and Beta cluster. One of our surveillance drones was gathering intel on Geth activities in the region when it was spotted and shot down. You need to go groundside and recover the drone's data module before the Geth find it.
Another Geth mission. Another chance to ascertain whether Tali, her mission is in any way possible here. Anyway, let's start here as Thorin. So Thorin is a small rock planet with a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of sulfur with deposits of boron. 388 Celsius. 9.58 Earth years, so it's actually fairly far out, which suggests that the star, even though it's kind of shown red, is kind of hot. Sayaded. The proximity of the energetic star Hercules causes constant blue and violet aurora in Sayaded's nitrogen-argon atmosphere. During periods of increased solar flares, the aurora are bright enough to read by on the surface, and can be seen with off-the-shelf optics from a distance of several AU. That's pretty neat. I mean, several AU isn't just, far away. I mean, basically like standing on Europa looking back at Earth and seeing aurora. That would be pretty neat. Sayaded's scorching hot surface is mainly composed of magnesium with deposits of iron. A surprising variety of simple carbon-based life flourishes in a complex network of cave systems that wind through the crust, protected from Hercules' heat and radiation. And it's... oh, okay. This is yet another mistake, isn't it? This planet is really, really close to, and of course hotter. While scanning the planet, you discovered a large debris field in geosynchronous orbit. Chief Engineer Adams conducted several detailed sweeps of the area and detected a few items of interest, including a Liga 1 medallion encased in lead molding. So yeah, why did they do that? I mean, this planet should be further out from that other planet. I did scan this already, didn't I? Yeah, okay. But yeah, I mean, it's quite a bit further out. Anyway, Elitania is where we're going. It's a Taurus. Pretty gold colors. A Taurus is a hydrogen helium gas giant with high-level decks of sulfur clouds. A layer of hydrocarbons is formed deeper in the atmosphere. Vast electrical storm fronts can be seen flickering across the dark side. Large deposit of gold on a nearby moon. Elitania has a fairly extensive ring structure, looks like. And you can see the rings right there, which is pretty neat. Anyway, it's a level 1 toxic hazard. Elitania appears to be a world eminently suited for colonization. Sadly, appearances are deceiving. It is covered by a verdant carpet of mosses, algae, and lichen. It possesses a thick, oxygenated atmosphere, but the animal kingdom is a web of microscopic symbiotic creatures. These are impossible to filter from the air and necessary for the native life to thrive. Unfortunately, they also cause anaphylactic shock when inhaled by non-native life. Well, that's kind of sucky, huh? In short, settlement requires either fully sealed environmental suits or replacement of the entire world's ecosystem, which would be a little rude, I think. Some have proposed limited colonization at altitudes above the symbiote's range or in areas where favorable winds keep the air clear. Of course, the danger with being out of range is that, what would keep these things from adapting, evolving to be able to exist at, in places that are previously inhospitable to them. So I would think it's pretty dangerous all around. It's a little cooler than Earth, at 13 Celsius, but it's a thicker atmosphere, a little heavier. Pretty nice, seems like. And of course it's going to be just green, otherwise the textures will look pretty much the same. Alright, so yeah, I said there's possibly Geth facing here, and I kind of want to try, I've been trying these different teams. I want to see what Team Tank would be like down there. Because I used to run this with Cade and Garrus, and I would just park the guys out in where the fight is, and they would just go right down. So I'm going to try this. I want to try that method again, except this time with a pair of squad mates that can stay alive really easily, hopefully. We'll see how that goes. If not, I'll always have hacking and my marksman. Luckily, the microscopic life is actually microscopic, so you can't see it here. And we'll be in our helmets, so we're not going to have any trouble with that. And look at that. That is pretty neat, that ring structure here. Alright, anyway, let's drop a save. I'll have to bring up both of these guys. We'll do that next time, of course. Alright, we'll pick up the story from right here next time.